We seem to be coming together more and more these days, don't we?
Well, people like it, so.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I know a lot of people who are interested in weather might know what this is.
Yes.
But I know if I saw this, like we are going to show a photo in a minute here, but I don't know if I would know what this. I would think it's a tornado and run the opposite direction.
Well, right. It's actually a dust devil, and they're really rare. This was in New York City, and run away from it, not toward it. But some people were running toward it, into it, and it's really a little mini dust
spiral.
storm. Yeah. But you don't want to run into it because you could get hit by, I don't know, something that it picked up, like a lawn chair or a table or whatever.
Yeah, or water bottles, because this is at a baseball field, and this is in Brooklyn.
Yeah, just sort of hot air rising quickly, picking up dust, the rotation.
I mean, I can understand, how a lot of people just get kind of in that, they get kind of in awe of something and they haven't seen it before, so they kind of stick around and they're kind of like mesmerized by it. But like you said, I mean, if it picks up a lawn chair and a lawn chair comes flying at your face,
knocks you out. I don't know. I maybe wouldn't go toward it. Yeah, but that was kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people around the country and celebrities too are doing the ice bucket challenge. Ice bucket challenge. So if you see pictures on Facebook or videos or whatever, people pouring buckets of ice. I assume water too, because you gotta get it all together.
It's ice water, and as you can see, it's just sometimes they're doing it in groups, sometimes they're doing it to one person, and this is all for ALS.
Yeah, it's or Lou Gehrig's disease. They're raising money, and some people are saying, oh, people just want to do the whole selfie thing. It's vanity, but you know what? They raised from July 29th to August 12th. The national office raised $2.3 million, and they only last year, the same time period, they only raised $25,000. So that's huge. Whether it's a selfie or vanity or whatever, they're raising money.
And it's a great because you challenge your friends. So you maybe you started it or you were challenged by someone. You do it or donate money. I mean, the purpose is you were supposed to donate money so that you didn't have to do it, but a lot of people are doing it anyway. And then you nominate someone. So like, I nominate Andrea Larson to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them are they're donating the money and doing the ice bucket challenge.
I mean, I saw a video of a little old grandma. She could barely lift the bucket over her head, and people had to help her. It was very cute. But even, I mean, old and young are doing it.
I know. So maybe it is a little vanity. We're all into those selfie things, but
well, even celebrities are doing it too.
I know. Do we have a picture?
We do.
Oh, Justin Timberlake or
I am accepting the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. 2, 1.
Oh, it just looks fun. Look, Jimmy Fallon.
Now, Rhonda, would you do this with us if we did that? I don't know if we'd be allowed to do it in studio, but I mean,
not with all the
it looked like they had all
their
their production people with them too.
I'd do it.
We could do it.
Yeah.
Do it this weekend. It's gonna be. I heard it's gonna be what, 90 degrees this weekend. Maybe
Thursday,
we
Friday.
might get to 90.
I think so. 88 or something. Yeah.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Again,
well,
you're right. Not in the
I just
studio.
think about back, I
in
just
the
think
studio,
about those
please.
ice baths that you get into, after doing like workouts and things and stuff. I know a lot of college athletes do too, and you get into that bucket and it's kind of like, I mean, you have goosebumps everywhere. You can see them from 10 feet away because
I get that
they're freezing. It's freezing water.
Yeah. No, my son regularly does that in the backyard with his pool. Cold water from the hose, he just dumps it in a big bucket. So add a little ice and we're set.
So then he can do it with us then too.
I'll have to record
We'll have the cute factor. We'll have.
Yeah.
I'll be screaming, so that will be that will be crazy.
Okay, this is cool too. There's a cop who is regularly known for playing pranks on people. So on his birthday, his fellow coworkers decided to get him back. And they put Post-it notes. Look at that, all over his vehicle.
No, this is 4,000 Post-it notes. I mean, this is, and obviously they took some time to think about the colors and where they were going to go, and even a smiley face on there. And actually, inside of his car had balloons filled in there. He had to pop the balloons to get into his car.
And they paid for it out of their own pocket. It was all on their own time, so that nobody could say, oh, the police department's using our money to do this. But I think it looks like it took a long time, too.
Yeah, and they said it was for his 50th birthday, so on the back of his windshield had a big 50, and he had done an interview, and I watched it, and he's like, usually you want to be discreet that you turned 50, and this obviously was not a very quiet way to do that.
No, but I thought it was really clever and creative, and it looked kind of pretty. If I
wonder
might
how
add.
long that took to put, because I've seen that before, and I've always wanted to find out. I've seen it just with yellow Post-its, not that colorful, but I wonder how long that take to put on, and especially if you had the different colors on different sides and designs all marked out. Oh, don't do it to my car though. I don't want to see. I don't want to time how long it takes to take them off by doing it to my own car. Rhonda's looking at me like her wheels are turning. Like, let's go to Kristi's car.
Maybe. Where are you going to be this weekend? Are you going to be doing that ice bucket challenge somewhere where we're not?
I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing this weekend, so you can't find my car now.
No worries.
Just wait. It doesn't have to. It'll be a surprise. Okay, this is one reason. You know, I do want that Florida home, but part of me doesn't want to live. It would have to be my home would have to be gated because I don't want pythons. I don't want alligators wandering through my yard. There was what were you going to say?
Oh, well, I was going to say, well, they can crawl underneath, but this is, I mean, look at this one that the Florida police caught.
Yeah. They investigated after hearing many reports of people's animals, their pets disappearing. Cats and dogs and yeah, they think this 12-foot python was doing the job. 120 pounds.
Yeah, 12 feet. You know, you think about it. Sometimes you have trouble thinking about how big that is. That's twice my size.
Yeah, this is just yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know, Rhonda.
That python
Rhonda
is like
has the
two of me. I mean, I'm only 5'7". That is like two of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and to think about how big, if it's eating cats and dogs,
like those jaws.
it could take your arm or something.
Yeah, or well, it just squeezes them to death, and you know.
Oh, and then swallows them up.
Oh, that's boa. What do pythons do? They just swallow you. They don't squeeze you, they just swallow you.
They're just gonna eat you.
I don't want to deal with either one. Boa, python. I don't.
There's got to be some way. I would have a fence that goes deep into the ground.
Yeah.
Like nothing underneath. You can't squeeze anything through.
Well, and I know that they have a lot of snake problems down there, and so to see, I mean, this is just one that they caught. I can't even imagine how many more that they have slithering around in Florida.
Yeah. People randomly just let things go, let things loose. Okay, so when you leave your child with babysitter, 2 or 3 or whatever, one babysitter for the first time, there's always a little bit of anxiety.
Oh, yes.
And so a couple left their, I don't know, few months old baby with 2 friends. They were really anxious about it, but the babysitters were anxious too because they hadn't, you know, they hadn't cared for a young child before. So they decided to get kind of creative with it and put some pictures with the baby.
Oh, and they sent these to the parents while the parents were gone too.
Yeah.
And obviously these are photoshopped. I mean, there's not a Tyrannosaurus Rex running around, but.
Yeah, there we are being chased by a T-Rex.
Yeah.
As we're out for a stroll with your baby.
But they said that they sent these photos like every hour to the parents. So I mean, it's kind of nice to know, obviously, you know, that they are taking care of their kids and having fun with it.
That's funny.
And you do think of all the things that could go wrong. You know, what if they fall and bump their head and they have to take my child to the doctor or whatever, but.
There we are. We were being visited by a flying saucer, and now here's a run-in with a great white shark along the river as we're taking your child for a stroll.
And they said that they are going to save these photos and show them to the baby later on and be like, oh, look at what you experienced all in one day.
That's funny. Okay, this one.
What a nice surprise.
I know. This woman had been, she likes Saabs. She likes that vehicle. So she had been asking for a certain type of Saab for many years. And her son, who is saving up money because he wants to give his mom money and help pay off her loans and all sorts of stuff.
Help her retire.
Yeah, he decided to find this vehicle, and he scoured the earth looking for it. I think it's a Swiss Saab, right?
Yeah, and I mean, and instead of telling her about it, surprising her with it. And of course, everyone nowadays videotapes
Get it on video.
What their reaction is. So let's take a look at that.
Isn't that great? You're kidding me! Oh. Yeah.
Look at that car.
I know. It's a 1973 Saab 99 EMS Coupe. One of the sportier versions, I guess. And it looks kind of cool.
I mean,
A little retro.
If you have your heart set on something for so long, it's kind of one of those things that once you finally get it, or in this case, you know, your son gets it for you. I mean,
I know.
I can't imagine any other reaction that I would have. I would probably look a little uglier. I'm an ugly crier.
Well, who isn't? Who isn't? You know what I mean? Nobody cries well.
No.
But, yeah, that was sweet. That was really sweet.
That was very nice.
We've got a lot coming up. We are making fish tacos with Chef Chris from the Boiler Room. And
back to school.
Yeah, the budgeting, because we have so much to buy. So we're going to show you some really cool apps with Morgan Ulmer. And we're going to log on and show you how to scan barcodes and find out, hey, if you're over at Kmart, where you can get a better deal somewhere
Compare your
else.
prices while you're in the store. I
Yeah.
think that's so, you know, it's what you want. It's easy in your hands and also helps you plan out, map out where to go shopping for school.
Exactly. Or you might be in the store saying, oh, the best deal is right here where I am at.
Yep.
So, a lot coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.